You aren't from around here, are you? I suppose you've come to seek the wisdom of our famous Dr. Ghazal.
I wanted to ask him about the Angel of Valhalla.
I knew it. Well, first things first. You have heard of our Chocobo legend, right?
You mean the one about a sacred white chocobo that appears at the end of the world?
That's the one. Some of us call that Chocobo the Angel of Salvation. Oh, how we've been praying for him to appear. The angel is a harbinger, a signal that it's over at last.
That's something to pray for?
Oh yes. For the people who live out here, death is a kind of salvation. An outsider like you must find it difficult to understand. 5 centuries ago, all hell broke loose and a new god took over. We became immortal, against all natural laws. See, the people out here don't like that. Even gods shouldn't be allowed to change the natural order of things. Living off the land, growing our own food, surviving by our own wits, and dying when our time is up. That's what we want.
And that's why the white chocobo is a good thing. It means this unnatural life is gonna be over at last.
Right. But you're welcome to believe different. We don't push our creed on anyone. At the same time, as long as you're going to be visiting us here for a while, it's right that you know our ways.
For the people of the wildlands, the white chocobo is a sign. A herald of a special kind of salvation. Many in these lands worship Etrel, the goddess of death. They pray to eventually return to her side, which in their creed is the same as ceasing to exist.
Hey, don't step on the vegetables.
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
It's all right. No harm done. I was only warning you. I've just planted a whole crop of Ghazal seedlings.
Right. Chocobo's favorite food.
Yep, and our bread and butter. My name is Sarala, by the way. This is our field. My father's and mine. We've always worked it together. Nice to meet you and everything.
By all accounts, he's a difficult man to deal with. But no one knows more about chocobos.
Hello there, stranger. Welcome to Canopa's Farms. My name's Garrett. Guess you could say I run things around here. What can we do for you?
I've come to talk to your vet, Dr. Ghazal.
Ah, got it. You want to know about the Angel of Valhalla, right? Well, Dr. Ghazal's your man.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone tells me.
He's been chasing that white chocobo for over a century now. No one comes close to his passion and expertise. It's all he cares about since his daughter died.
What is it?
Ah, damn. I shouldn't have said anything about his daughter. It's not a secret or anything, but he really hates anybody talking about it. The doctor first came out here with his daughter. They planned to learn about the legend together. But about a century ago, she was killed while they were both out tracking chocobos. It was tragic. The doctor never really told the whole story of what happened. But after that, he threw himself even deeper into his research and work. Soon, it was all he cared about. But listen, promise me one thing, okay?
I won't let on that you told me. Don't worry.
Thanks, I'd appreciate it. I mean, everyone around these parts knows the story, of course, but he wouldn't like it if strangers started asking about his past. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing the legendary Chocobo for yourself, Dr. Ghazal is the man you have to talk to. They say he's seen the Angel of Valhalla more than a few times, at least a Chocobo that looks just like it.
Sounds like he could help.
I'd bet my hunting bow on it. Well, may nature bless you.
What do you mean?
It's just a saying we have out here in the wildlands. It means good luck.
The vegetables they grow make perfect fodder for the chocobos.
What do you want?
I want to know more about the Angel of Valhalla.
Go away.
I heard you know things. The encounter is ordained. You have been led to the fountainhead whence the chaos flows. Does that mean anything to you?
Great Etro's helm. Where did you hear those words? Who spoke them?
A young girl, but I never saw her.
A maiden's voice born on the wind. Yes, Yes, that's how I heard them too. So it would appear that she has spoken to both of us. Very well. I will share what I know. The Angel is a tempestuous chocobo that lives in these plains. I myself have glimpsed the creature many times, but unfortunately I've never succeeded in capturing him. It is said whoever can break him and ride him will become his master. But I've long since given up hope that it shall be me.
Nor me. I don't know anything about chocobos.
Don't rule yourself out, young lady. You may be the one. If you're telling the truth about the voice, that is. It's true, not everyone who hears the voice is the chosen one. But rest assured, the encounter will happen. The legends tell us that the chocobo's chosen master will be led by the chocobo to a certain place. I speak of that dread edifice whence the chaos emerges, the temple of Etro herself.
You mean the one built into the cliff?
The very same. And deep below that sinister haven of destruction, an ocean of chaos roils, the great chaos of the stories.
What does that mean? Is it a different kind of chaos?
Alas, the legends give us few details. If you wish to find an answer to that question, you will have to seek the truth in the temple.
And to do that, I've got to find and tame the Angel of Valhalla.
Yes, indeed. But that, let me assure you, is no easy task. I have a couple of assistants who live here in the village. Talk to them, and they can give you advice about finding the Chocobo.
An ocean of great chaos buried beneath a temple. Do you think it could be true? Does the Order know anything about it?
No, I'd say it's likely they don't. That temple appeared here from the other world, from Valhalla itself. When it still stood in Valhalla, it was responsible for sealing away a power, the one that now consumes the world. Something inside that temple is a source, the thing that created the chaos. 500 years ago, it let loose the chaos we see now, but it seems to have been dormant since then, and no one knows why.
And you think it's waiting in the temple? This great chaos, that's the source of it all?
It's certainly possible. Perhaps this legendary Chocobo will take you there.
Or maybe it won't. But either way, someone's asking for me, and I think it's time I answer. Excuse me, do you know anything about the Angel of Valhalla?
Do I? You're as smart as you look coming to me with that question. I'll have you know I'm the oldest, yes, that's right, the oldest surviving student of the great Dr. Ghazal himself. First, the basics. The legendary Chocobo, the so-called Angel of Valhalla, is not a creature anyone can find just by looking for it.
Except, I'm guessing you're gonna tell me that you can.
Not quite, but I can tell you what the good doctor has told me. That angel is anything but angelic. It's a rough, wild beast. He deliberately seeks out his mortal foe, the Chocobo Eater. So you see, if you wish to find the white Chocobo of legend...
I should find a Chocobo Eater.
Precisely. I knew you were smart. Now, the last sighting of a Chocobo Eater was in the City of Ruins. The ruins lie in grim terrain that stretches yonder to the east. But the Chocobo Eater is a fearsome beast. Be prepared for a fight.
If you want to find the prey, seek out the predator. It makes sense. You should head east and find the City of Ruins.
The doctor's assistant looks so busy, don't you think? Welcome, traveler.
A great city was once built here. For a while it was the center of all human culture. It appears the ruins here are all that remain of that time.
So was that our golden age? Well, judging by the state of them, it ended a long time ago.
The chaos that's destroying the world emerged right here in the wildlands. The initial flood of chaos devastated this entire area.
So this is where it began. The beginning of the end. Hope they find peace. I don't plan on losing.
Come, stay, friend. These lands are filled with dangerous beasts. What's more, a Chocobo eater rampages in the east.
If a Chocobo predator's out there, there must be Chocobos too.
Oh, so you were seeking the wild Chocobo. Normally I would warn city folk from such folly, but you look capable enough. But know if you find yourself in trouble, return quickly to the high road. My people are there and will help.
Dr. Gazal talked about a great chaos beneath the Temple of the Goddess. What do you think?
I hope that I'm wrong about this. But I'd say that the force behind the world's destruction might be buried somewhere in that temple.
The unseen chaos. I came into contact with it just once. I still remember the feeling. It's the white Chocobo. I found it.
He's injured.
However it happens, I have to win. I'll bring back lost time. You want to be saved. Look at this. Why didn't he just run away? He's torn up pretty bad.
Perhaps he had to fight to protect something.
It's all right, little one. I'll help you. You're bleeding heavily. We have to stop it.
It's the white Chocobo. What happened here?
He needs medical attention, and fast.
Right. I'll get the doctor. Yeah! Yep! Oh!
It's even worse than I feared. Hey! Help me get him to Canopa's farms, now!
Yes,
I won't
Doctor!
let him die. Of that you have the word of Dr. Gazal. Stop loafing around! Quickly!
Hey, Hope. Do you really think that was a Chocobo?
Why do you ask? It might be a subspecies, but it certainly looked like a Chocobo to me.
Right, to me too. But the thing is, when I first saw it, I felt this weird familiarity.
You felt familiar with a Chocobo? Maybe you just need a friend, Light.
Hey, I know what I felt. I'll follow the dot back to Canopa's farms.
I'm sorry. Dr. Ghazal's in surgery right now and can't be disturbed. You'll have to wait
Give me
here.
some fresh water. Yeah. Okay, good.
As I stood there, watching the doctor try to save the Chocobo's life, I knew this was no ordinary animal.
All right. Good, that's it.
Not only because of the legend, I felt a connection, as if we'd fought together.
There, that's it. Easy.
But why? It made no sense.
All right.
Hang on.
It's all over. You can come see for yourself.
Light, what about the Chocobo? Do you want to leave without seeing how it's doing?
Dr. Ghazal has finished attending to the Chocobo. Talk to him if you want to know the details.
I beg of you, stay.
Is he all right?
His wounds are cleaned and dressed, but he's still dying.
Can't you help?
Listen to me. He's half-starved. If he is to recover, he needs nutrients, vitamins, protein. But no matter what we do, we can't make him eat.
Is he that weak?
It's not a question of being weak. He's too proud. That's the problem. We've tried everything to coax him, but he simply won't accept any food from humans. The fool beast just glares at us.
That pride will kill him.
Such a stubborn bird can be none other than the Angel of Valhalla. The only human the angel will bow to is the one he recognizes as master. Perhaps he will obey you. Try it. Offer him this.
Light, it might be the Chocobo's...
Is this all right?
Well, it looks like he recognizes you as his master. As long as we keep providing him with feed, he should recover. I say we, but of course I mean you. He will not accept help from anyone else. He has to be your responsibility and yours alone.
If I do it, will he recover?
I would bet my reputation on it. This is the bird of legend. You're destined to ride him to the fountainhead of the chaos. But before you can do that, the bird needs to be fed.
So you said. Any hints? What kind of food should I give him?
I prescribe a balanced diet of Ghazal greens, quality sheep's milk, and nutritional supplements. Ask the villagers if they have any greens or milk to spare.
Thanks to the doctor, the Chocobo is out of immediate danger.
You should feed that white Chocobo of yours with some Ghazal greens. Normally we have a full crop, but with Father away I have no fertilizer to grow more. That's the last one, but you can have it.
But he needs more treatment before he's fully recovered.
So now I have to play nurse to a giant bird. I'm telling you, it better be worth the trouble.
He'll become your steed. And not only that, if the legends are true, he'll be able to guide you to the temple of the goddess and the source of the great chaos.
We'll see. He'd better be useful. I was never one for keeping pets.
Somehow, that doesn't surprise me. So, what are you going to do next?
Hey, how's that bird doing? Of course, I speak of the white Chocobo that you're caring for. Perhaps you would like to feed him some of this fortifying milk. The truth is, one of my regulars wanted it, but I just can't stand by seeing that poor creature suffer. You take it. Visit any time.
Drink this.
A bunch of fuss buckets, aren't they? The villagers, I mean.
Everyone's been very kind and helpful.
Well, you have to be out here in the wildlands. No one who tries going it alone survives very long. Just remember, if someone scratches your back, they'll expect some back scratching in return.
Oh, you should eat.
It's a unique specimen, without a doubt. But it needs to eat what other chocobos eat. Even a legend can't live on air and admiration.
Did you try offering him food again? Is he still refusing you?
Yes, we've tried. But he kicks up a fuss loud enough to scare the sheep in Arius. It's you or nobody.
I guess I'm stuck with him. Easy now. Easy now. Easy there. Be careful.
Such a resilient animal.
Will he be all right?
Let's have a look. Yes, he's doing much better. Healthy enough to be ridden, I'd say. He's on the way to a complete recovery, but you'll need to keep an eye on him for a while. I must say, he truly is a splendid specimen. I've spent 100 years caring for chocobos, and I feel as if it were all preparing me for this moment. Thank you.
How does it look? Can you help the Chocobo?
Well, the doctor says he's out of immediate danger, for now. But he needs quality fodder to get his strength back.
Why, that is good news. I suppose that means you'll be wanting lots of gazal greens then, won't you? I could give you lots normally, but we've just shipped off our latest harvest to the city, and we don't have any left.
So it's no use waiting for the next crop, right?
Actually, gazal greens ripen ever so fast. They spring out of the ground right before your eyes, if you have fertilizer, that is. Father went off to the woods to collect fertilizer, but he still hasn't returned. He's been gone for days.
But the woods aren't that far. Could something have happened?
He does it all the time. He wanders off without a word and leaves me alone. That's why I'm not so worried. I know he'll be back, eventually.
The least he could do is tell you where he goes. It's not right. Forcing you to put on a brave front and pretend you're not worried.
Oh, you could tell? Darn it. I try so hard to pretend it's perfectly normal that he just disappears. But the truth is, I'm scared to death about him.
And you have no idea where he goes? What's his name?
His name's Cole. He said he went to the woods to look for fertilizer. The Yogdwoods, I mean. If you happen to see Father, would you tell him something?
If I find a farmer called Cole, I'll send him on home.
Father headed towards Yag, where the hunting woods lie. When you find him, tell him to bring some fertilizer home.
Now that you've nursed the Chocobo back to health, why not take him for a ride? You can explore the wildlands together.
Come on, get well. Come on, you can do it.
Cloaks look good.
Come on, get well. Come on, you can do it. What is it? You're getting better. Good. I'm happy to hear it.
I'm glad you could help the Chocobo. Well done, Light. So, what do you say? Why don't you saddle up and head for Rocky Crag?
Right. I need to know more about what's behind the story of the Great Chaos. And that means checking out that temple.
In the foothills near the temple is an isolated settlement called Polta. It's inhabited by disciples of the goddess Etro.
A whole village of heretics who've turned their backs on the Order.
Heretics they may be, but they aren't fanatics. They fled from persecution in the city. They only want to be left alone.
Then, I don't think they'll appreciate a stranger dropping by.
Well, you won't know until you go. Polta lies at the edge of Rocky Crag.
Come on, behave. All right. All right.
He's coming along well. He can leap further and higher than before.
All right.
The Chocobo can now catch the wind when he jumps. You'll be able to reach more places than you could before.
Easy, easy. What is it? Huh. Is that right? You're feeling just like your old self again, are ya? I'm glad to hear it.
He's made a complete recovery. Well done, Lightning. The Angel of Valhalla is fit and ready to fight again. It's all thanks to you.
Dr. Ghazal had more to do with it than anyone. He's been learning about the Chocobo for more than a century. It's a good reminder of what people can do when they care enough and work together.
Yes, if you say so. But there's still one mystery. Who was the young woman? The one who spoke to you and to Dr. Ghazal?
I don't know, but I'm gonna follow the legend and go to that temple. Maybe I'll find her there. If I do, I want to thank her for bringing me and this Chocobo together.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask you, when you found the Angel of Valhalla, did anything unusual happen?
I didn't hear the voice of the girl again, if that's what you mean. But I do remember a strange feeling coming over me, that I'd known the Chocobo before. It was odd.
Is that so? Perhaps that feeling means that you are in fact the Chocobo's ordained master.
I don't know, but it felt more like a memory from the past than any omen for the future. Like we'd been allies before, a long time ago.
Allies in battle, you mean? I dare say that Chocobo could hold his own against any foe, big or small. Or perhaps you were a Chocobo yourself. In some other time, you and he gambled across the open plains. But whatever the truth, you must care for him now.
Good evening. Blessed be the wilderness.
Do this. Fate is what it is.
Hey, excuse me. You look like you can handle a weapon. Do you want to do me a favor?
Well, that would depend.
It's no big deal, it's just... I need proof that I slayed some monster. Tall order for me, easy enough for you. I'd make it worth your while, of course. So, what do you say?
What do I get?
Chocobo feed. Special stuff. The best around. Delivered fresh from Arius Farms. Sounds good, right?
You're in luck. Chocobo feed is exactly what I need.
Hey, that's the spirit. That's everything I asked for. Now I can hold my head up proud when I return to Yad's village.
Are you gonna tell me what you need it for?
For my hunter's trial. See, I just joined the band, but I'm not officially one of the hunters. But I want to be, and fast. I've got to prove my worth by bringing back a piece of a monster. Proof of my prowess, they call it.
So, let me get this straight. You're gonna take what I collected as the proof? You just used me to cheat on the trial.
Cheating? Who said it was cheating? The rules say I can get the monster stuff by any means. That includes dealing. And there's nothing that says I can't enlist other people to help. Their trial is about who has the ability to survive, and wits...
You're not cut out to be a hunter. You're just setting yourself up for trouble later.
I'm used to it. You know how many times I failed this test? 101. That's how many.
101?
I saw that look. You think I'm a loser, don't you?
No. I'm impressed, really. You did something few people can. To fail at something as often as you did, and still get back on your feet to try again, it's a rare quality. You have real perseverance, more than I have. Forget what I said earlier. I was wrong. You are strong enough. You've got the makings of a great hunter.
Now you're making me blush. I still can't shoot an arrow further than I can spit.
Maybe not, but you're going to be a hunter anyway. And yes, maybe it will take you 101 tries, but eventually you'll succeed and bring a monster down.
Yad woods. The thick, tangled foliage draws monsters who seek cover in the dark shadows. There's a village in the center of the woods, home to a band of hunters. For them, this is prime hunting ground. It's all too easy to become lost in here. Strange vines grow rapidly, covering the paths and blocking the way.
Are you the Cole who owns the field?
Who told you that name? Where'd you hear it?
From Sarala at Canopus Farms. She told me that her father, Cole, left the village to collect fertilizer from the woods, but he didn't come back.
And so you thought I was this fertilizer seeker? Is that what you're telling me? Is that right?
You still haven't answered my question.
Sure enough. But why should I give you something for nothing? I say we, you and I, engage in some give and take.
You're not gonna answer me, are you?
Not until you do something for me. The fact is, I am looking for fertilizer, which doesn't make me that Cole fella mind. Anyway, it's a big job, and I could do with some help. Nah, it's simple enough work. Anyone can do it. I've already found the stuff. It just needs gathering. I've marked the locations with a shovel. All you have to do is dig the stuff up and bring it to me.
I've done what you asked. Now tell me who you are.
Of course. I'm a man of my word, and I'll tell you what you want to know. You said you are looking for Sarala's father, a man called Cole? That's right, isn't it? Now listen carefully. The Cole you seek, well, the fact is he's already dead.
He is?
Yep, that's right. I was the one who found him. He was attacked by monsters. I ran to help, but by the time I reached him, it was too late. I was standing here pondering how I was going to break the news to Sarala when you came along with your questions. I feared if I told you what happened, you'd run straight off and tell Sarala.
She has to be told sometime. Or will you keep it a secret?
Of course not. I know I can't put it off forever as much as I'd like to. Now's the time. She needs to be told the truth. Plain and simple, with no sugarcoating. I think it'll be for the best. In the long run, leastways.
For the best, huh? Tell me. When you say it would be for the best, do you mean it would be the best for Sarala? Or are you talking about yourself?
What do you mean? Why, Sarala, of course. She's a strong girl. If you ask me, she'll do far better without her old man to burden her. Yep, she'll be able to move on, stand on her own feet, and live her own life.
All right. Well, in that case, let me tell her.
You'd really do that? I'd hate to drag a stranger into this.
Maybe a stranger is exactly who she needs to hear it from.
You might be right. Very well. I'll leave it in your capable hands. That fertilizer you collected, it was Cole who found it. So, why don't you take it to Sarala as a keepsake? Oh, and one more thing. Give her a message from Cole.
You spoke to him?
Yeah, just before he died in my arms. The last thing he said was, dig next to the flower. You tell her that, in those exact words.
It's a hard story to swallow, but at the very least, he really cares about Sarala and what happens to her. I'll go back to Canopus Farms and tell Sarala the news.
Ah, yes. Well done. I heard what you did. How you helped our hunter hopeful pass his trial.
I didn't know it was for a trial. If I had, I would have refused him.
It matters not. His wits and guile have made him a hunter true, and that's a fact. Here in the wildlands, our human laws pale to nothing in the face of nature's grim, unyielding certainties.
He has grit and perseverance. Those are useful qualities in a hunter.
Qualities you do not lack. I've heard about your exploits against the monsters out here. I am proud of my fighting skills, but it's a misplaced pride when they are set against yours. A warrior like you could serve as an inspiration to many of us. Tell me, will you help out our young hunters and be a model for them?
A model?
Yes, that's right, a role model, I mean. The new recruits are eager, but still wet behind the ears. They don't know what it takes to defeat a truly powerful monster. You can show them and give them something to strive for.
Why not?
I knew you would agree. How about a little warm-up first? Easy pickings for the likes of you.
Sure. Let's do it.
Impressive. Perhaps for you the challenge was insufficient. Think of it as preparation. The next challenge will be a true test of your abilities. Your prey shall be the Protoflorian. An innocuous name, perhaps, but this is one flower whose petals deliver deadly blows. The creature holds court in Rocky Crag, where many a fellow hunter have fallen victim to its might. None of us have yet managed to slay it. I fear that it will be too much for you alone. Heed my words, for my warning is not given lightly. You risk your life facing this beast.
I'll survive. A giant Protoflorian. It must be one of the ancient weapons that ran amok long ago. Somehow it survived until now. Of course. I fought it before. We knew it as the Aster Protoflorian. It was one of the toughest battles Hope and I fought. You sound pretty sick.
Sorry about that. I've been laid low with this cough. Doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, does it? Though to be fair, I don't treat humans. I only make medicine for chocobos.
You're the apothecary?
That's right. Oh, did you need something? There I was just complaining about my health as if I didn't have a business to run. If you want some medicine, you'll have to bring me the ingredients first. That's how I do things. Medicine for chocobos, although I know a few recipes that work on people.
So the Chocobos have their own apothecary. They have it good in this village.
That's because without them, we could never survive out here. So then, what do you need?
Supplements for a Chocobo.
What I need are...
Have you been to see a doctor? For humans, that is?
I'm fine. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, brewing Chocobo. To make it, I'll need Chocoborals and Slug Sweets. Bring those and I can brew you a batch. Welcome. Tell me, how is the Angel of Valhalla?
Well, he hasn't gotten any worse.
That's good to hear. Now it looks like you collected all the ingredients we need. I'll get straight to work. Here you go, one batch of Chocobo. This is some of the best Chocobo I've ever made. Why?
That cough. You can't keep going on like this. Where's the nearest doctor? I'll take you.
It's no use. The doctors can't do anything.
Sorry, what do you mean?
They say, well, I don't have much time left. Of course, no one grows older and no one dies of old age, but disease and accidents can still take us, and apparently it's my time. I'd been hoping that I'd at least make it to the end of the world. I wanted to see what it would be like. But at least I was able to make medicine for the Angel of Valhalla before I breathed my last. Not to mention, thanks to the ingredients you found, it was the best Chocobo that I'd ever made. It makes all the hard work worthwhile. And now, I just have one last task to do.
One last task? What's that?
Oh, I'm rambling again. It's just a personal thing. Forget it. Now, don't you have a Chocobo to look after? By the way, you haven't seen any red crim mushrooms around, have you? No, I don't suppose you have. No one has. Never mind then. If you're ever in need of more medicine, just come see me. And bring the right ingredients with you, of course. The legendary red mushrooms. I suppose they really are extinct now.
That sounds painful.
The cough I don't mind. What hurts is not being able to help a patient. When I can't make the medications that someone really needs, that's the worst thing about being ill.
You're not talking about a Chocobo. What's the story? It sounds like there's someone you want to help.
Yes, if I could, I would do anything to take away that person's pain. I know the medication and how to make it, but I just can't find the key ingredient on my own.
What is it that you need?
A legendary red mushroom. People call it the Crim mushroom. But they all disappeared hundreds of years ago. I've been searching all this time, hoping I might still find a surviving colony.
Is the mushroom all you need to make the concoction?
Well, no. There are other things I'll need. This is the recipe. I'll need all of this. I'm sorry to ask, but...
Easy. Calm down now.
It's a healthy-looking bird.
Why, thank you. You wouldn't believe that not so long ago, he was so injured he could barely walk.
Is that right?
Yes. He's completely better now, though. He can run like the wind, all thanks to the herb I gave him.
Must be a powerful medicine. What's it called?
Why are you so interested? Oh, you're the person who found the Angel of Valhalla, right? I think I can help you. The herb is called Yule's flower. It's a very beautiful flower that grows out east, near the ruined city.
Yule's flower, huh?
Yes, If you find one, let your Chocobo graze on it. If you pick it yourself, it's not nearly as effective. Actually, speaking of that, can I ask you a favor? If you do get the Angel of Valhalla to eat some Yule's flowers, could you bring him to me afterwards?
I could, but why?
Well, it's just that I want to check something. Well, if Chocobos can learn how to speak, and if the angel is smarter than the rest...
Do you really think they can talk?
No, I'm just joking. Anyway, if you do go to the ruins in the east, be careful. There are scary monsters roaming around there.
In this village, chocobos are essential to our survival. We treat them like family.
Hey you, what was it that you were talking to Nadia about?
She told me about an herb, something called Yule's flower. It's supposed to help chocobos.
Yule's flower, huh? Wait, she told you to give one of those flowers to your Chocobo, right? And then bring him back to her, right?
Good guess.
I knew it. She really thinks that Yule's flowers can make Chocobos talk.
She does seem obsessed about talking chocobos. Listen, can this Yule's flower really help my chocobo?
Oh yeah, it's an amazing medicine. It can cure Chocobo injuries faster than anything I know. Yule's flowers are real, and they work, but not for making Chocobos talk. Nadia's a bit kooky, and that gets her into trouble sometimes. Not that you have to worry about her at all. Nope. Keeping her safe is my job. Even if she gets angry at me and tells me I'm a meddler.
Our weapons are used by the very best
talk to the villagers before venturing inside.
As long as coal is gone, they can't grow a new crop.
me. So this is it, a Yule's flower. They tell me this will make you strong. Here, eat it. Well, looks like it works. Nadia's the one who told me about the flower, and she's anxious to see you. Let's go to Yogd and thank her in person. Let's start a stampede. Savior's got a job. Fight with me. Savior's got a job.
Steady! Steady there! How are you feeling? What's that? You're hungry? Is that what you're saying?
There. Eat your fill and you'll soon be feeling better.
You're drooling on me! Steady! Steady there! How are you feeling?
This is an area of twisted rock formations. The bare cliffs stretch for miles around. You'll need the help of a chocobo if you want to get anywhere in this terrain. Strange to say, but people have built a village out here. Polta, inhabited by followers of the goddess Etro.
Show him what you can do. Unfurl the wings of death. Fate is what it is. The end is close. I'll bring back lost time. We can do this. It's your funeral. Unfurl the wings of death. Fate is what it is.
You have defeated it! Can that monster be truly dead? Such a day I never expected to see. I stand before you awed and humbled. Please, forgive me my amazement. Of course, I did not doubt you. That is why I asked you, after all. You have lifted a shadow that darkened the wild lands for many years.
Right. Sounds like I did you a favor. That talk about being a role model for your young hunters was just a ploy to get me to tidy up a problem.
I will not deny it. By destroying the menace, you killed two birds with one stone. I had intended to assist you in the quest. However, by the time I was ready, you had already done the deed. Either way, your famous feat has served my original purpose. The young hunters cannot stop talking about you. Indeed, I too have been inspired to take my bow into the hinterlands in search of fresh game.
Yeah, well, don't do anything stupid. Who would look after the other hunters if you got killed?
Thanks to you, They've seen what a brave and skilled fighter can achieve. They don't need me to coddle them. Perhaps none of us can grow as powerful as you, but as long as you inspire us, we need not fear death, nor any beast that prowls the wildlands.
Porta is home to people who worship the goddess.
Unfurl the wings of death!
It stands amongst rocky hills, near to the temple.
I'm hungry, Kubo!
Thank you. This is the Wildlands. Passengers for the Dead Dudes and Luxuriant South Station, please board now. Thank you.
Everyone's count.
make... You did it! You made Miss Mighty save you!